Louis Odier rose, named after a Swiss banker and philanthropist. Louis Odier is a wonderful historic rose that can be grown in a wide varieties of ways, really. You can grow it as a large shrub or as a climber on an obelisk, as I'm doing here. And honestly, I have tried both, and I prefer growing it as a short obelisk because often it gets these very long canes if you grow it more as a bush. So I prefer this way, bending it down into an obelisk to get that more compact look, but still get these pretty, more pink flowers. Now the health is decent on Louis Odier. It's about a 7. And the fragrance is also really decent, around an 8. It has nearly the same fragrance as Gertrude Jekyll, this old rose fragrance with a little bit of citrus, very French style. The reason I don't give it a lot for health, it's only 7, is because it does get some black spot. Not as bad as Gertrude Jekyll, surprisingly, but it does get black spot. Now the flower is decent as well. I give the flower about a 7. And yeah, there's also a bit of storytelling. So the storytelling is really about a 6 for me. It's not amazing, but it's a decent rose. And to be quite honest, as long as you can tame the form of it, like I did here with bending it down into more of an obelisk shape, it can be an amazing historic rose for you to grow, and certainly one of the better historic roses. But it's not one of those historic roses that you can just plant and forget about. The rose is hardy down to zone 5, so it's decently winter hardy. And like I said, I have had no rust issues with it, but I have had some black spot issues. It is not so bad like the previous historic rose I did, Great Western, that the leaves completely die, but it is a bit more mild than Gertrude Jekyll. And you get the black spot, not a lot like Gertrude Jekyll, but you get some, and not enough to kill the leaves. So it does have a little bit of black spot problem, but not enough for me to stop growing it. The main problem I often highlight with Louis Odier is the growth habit of it. It is very hard to get a nice growth habit on, but you can do it like I just did here with the obelisk. Or you can try keeping it maybe really short in a bush form, but it really wants to get to these 2 meters. And if you just let it grow, you'll get these really gangly stems just sticking up. So that's why I have chosen to grow it this way on an obelisk instead. But I know opinions diverse on this. So yeah, I'm giving it 35 points. It's a decently solid historic rose, certainly one of the ones I won't be throwing out. And the fragrance on it is really pleasant, actually. It's the old style French perfume at an 8 out of 10, and it's really pleasant. There's nothing to worry about there. It is all in the form shape of Louis Odier, but yeah. Here you have Mrs. Bateman, and you can see now that the green stripes are gone. If you've been following my channel, you can see the green stripes are gone, and she's more white now. And here you have Crown Princess Margarita, again a little bit more in full bloom compared to the review I did of her. If you haven't seen that review yet, feel free to go check it out. She's also a really good rose to grow. And here you have the lavender hedge about to bloom. And here we have our Olivia rose, and our Olivia rose is nodding a bit, and our Trescantia over here. And yeah, Olivia is an amazing rose, really healthy, but sadly she's not that fragrant, but she likes to bloom her socks off, and she's so healthy. And the older she gets, the larger her bloom gets. This is not the oldest plant, and it has been moved, but yeah, and the tree over there is a Mom in a Million, and then you have Princess Anne here. Her really magenta colored blooms can be a bit hard sometimes to see on videos. I'll put up a photo. of how she really looks. Yeah, you can better see it here. She looks much more magenta, and she has a really beautiful progression when she fades. But yeah, these are also young plants. And here you have Eyes for You, which is a Holthemia rose. It really wants to bloom a lot also, but I have also moved it, which you will see is a recurring theme. And here you have, what's it called, Rosemore geranium. And here you have Pierre de Ronsard or Eden, a bit more in bloom now, but still not in full bloom. But I have high hopes for this one when it's in full bloom. And here you have Lady Emma Hamilton, still blooming and still beautiful. And here we have, I think this is Heritage, I'm a bit in doubt. But really nice perfume on this one. And a white Irish. This one is really tall. Normally my iris don't get that tall. And here you have the peony. It's a bug-eye bell, I think it's called. It's the bug-eye one for sure. So a really nice red peony with really huge flowers actually. So I used to grow peonies a lot before. I think this is Gelina Frela. It's a Frela rose for sure. I can't remember if it's Isabella or Gelina, but it's one of those two. And here you have, I think this is Nevada. And here you have China Girl, Cornus or Dogwood China Girl. It makes these really nice white flowers and then some red berries later in the season. It likes wet soil, so this has not been its favorite year. And yeah, that's really it for today, guys. Stay tuned for more review videos and more roses. I'll try to do a lot here soon because I think we are still about a week away. Here, it'll probably have to be mid-June to late June, but stay tuned. Videos are coming for sure.